Enemy team has fallen. You should.
今からこのナイフ
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's cheating. Watch.
どうした物理とつくんじゃねえのかやれやれてめえ正真正銘の史上最低な男だぜてめえのつけば金では払えねえぜ
fun. Oh, we won. Oh, you got banned.
Wait, I lost the gun. Do anything again. Only one enemy is left.
He got fucking
God, mad.
Now, I may not be infinitely respawning, but that range on the chaperone might well be illegal. You know what I'm saying? That was a little bit crazy. Holy shit. But anyway, guys, another day and another negative trials video, kind of. I guess we're showing you the worst and the best. You saw in the beginning some clown turning on infinite respawn because he couldn't take the L. And then you've got clips like this where I take out 3 supers in bubble and suppress a grenade, and you know, trials can be fun sometimes. You've got the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? But let's be honest, guys. There's a whole lot of ugly. Way too much ugly when it comes to Trials of Osiris. Cheaters, bad loot, poor card design, everything's bad. You name it. The meta kind of is smelly. Everything is just kind of on its ass. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update video really of how I'm currently feeling about Trials, where I kind of stand with Trials. I talk about it quite a lot on Twitch, but obviously for the YouTube guys, I don't really talk about it that often. And I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed the Trials highlights, right? My, you know, Destiny 1 YouTube content was entirely Trials of Osiris highlights. And a lot of you guys were excited to see that come back to the channel with Trials of Osiris. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but those highlight videos are no longer a thing. Mainly because I don't really play enough Trials every weekend to reliably put a video out for you guys. And oftentimes when I do play Trials, obviously I do Trials help. I'm trying to take people flawless. And it's not pretty, guys. You know, sometimes you have to stand on the zone for 2 minutes with a sword out because you're afraid you're going to get sniped by the best player on earth on the other team. Which, you know, oftentimes you are just playing like, you know, these random players I've never seen in my life who just are all of a sudden just absolute god tier players. Like, you will match people, and this is a website called Destiny Trials Report. Don't know if you guys know about this, but you can search up your opponents before you play them, right? Just to see, you know, what they're all about. And I was never a fan of that website, especially in Destiny 1. I feel like people would look up stats and read into it way too much. But that was back in Destiny 1 when we were on console and there were no cheaters, right? Now that there are cheaters, almost every other game in Trials on PC, Trials Report is almost essential. And some of the things you'll see, and I'm not going to show anything on screen or anything like that. We're not like full on exposing anything, apart from that one idiot who was doing infinite respawn. But like there's just loads of real strange things you'll see, man. Like you'll match a guy and he'll have like a 0.8 KD in competitive all time. And then in Trials, he'll be a 1.8. And he has like an 89% headshot ratio. And it just happens constantly. Non-stop, guys. The cheaters are just absolutely non-stop. But before I talk a little bit more about cheating and, you know, what's going on with cheaters at the moment. By the way, that grenade was OP. He popped his spectral right as I threw that around the corner. Gotta love it. That's how you use game sense, guys. You don't need wall hacks to know where your opponent is. It's called game sense, man. It's called using the brain that you were given. Crazy idea, I know. But anyway, I wanted to touch on some of the other issues that Trials is currently facing. Just my take on it. The token system is a disaster. It's now even more punishing this season than it was last season. The loot, I'm going to go ahead and say it, is underwhelming. Everything is brought back from Destiny 1. Nothing original was brought to Trials of Osiris. No adept weapons, no unique loot for going flawless. Just overall an absolute disappointment. And the reason why I think the loot is the #1 issue with Trials of Osiris and the token system and how you get your rewards. The reason why I think that's the #1 issue, well, it's very simple. Look at the player numbers on Xbox and PlayStation. They're all so pitifully low. Like, they might have 10,000, 20,000 more players than PC per weekend, and that's it. So yeah, the cheaters are a crazy problem on PC, and obviously that's why Steam has the lowest player count out of the 3 main platforms for Trials participation. Obviously, right? No one wants to play these cheaters every other round. No one's trying to do that, man. But it just goes to show that it's not just cheating that is the issue. Even though obviously as a PC player, holy fuck, cheating is a crazy issue. Now I know there's a lot of drama in the community right now based on cheating. You know, prominent players in the community are now being accused of cheating. We're not really going to talk about that in this video. I like to focus on, my own content. I don't really try to get involved in drama and shit like that. I'll keep my opinions to myself. But the point about cheating and why I'm bringing it up is we have a huge problem in this game with closet cheating going unpunished for months and months and months on end. And that is my #1 concern when it comes to cheating. Like you saw in this clip at the beginning of the video, right? This guy infinitely respawns, and to Bungie's credit, he got banned there and then. He respawned about what, 5 or 6 times, but we were able to handle him because we had the game on lock. It was 4-2. The guy was desperate. I think he was infinitely respawning to try and use that Stormcaller, and we're going to show that clip again, by the way, unedited without the JoJo memes, so you guys can see it, fully, unless it might have been confusing with the memes tacked in there, because obviously, I'm trying to make light of what is a messed up situation when it comes to, facing someone infinitely respawning in Trials. So they seem to have something in place where if someone infinitely respawns, they do eventually get kicked and banned, which is what happened to that dude. But the issue that I have is things like toggling, aimbots, wall hacks seemingly are undetectable for Bungie for whatever reason. And there are players that I will play every week. They have suspect stats every single week. They'll have the flawless emblem. They'll have, thousands of hours, hundreds of hours played in the game. And they're just there every week, every single week, just cheating, doing their thing, turning it on when they need it. And maybe, even if they're a good player, it's even worse, because, if you're playing a good player and he's cheating, it's good luck trying to figure that shit out. That's all I'm saying, dude. Unless you're Sherlock fucking Holmes, you are not going to get a grasp on a good player cheating, pretty much. And it's just a really sorry state right now. A sorry state. I actually think if we're going to say something positive, this is just my personal opinion, I don't know how others feel. I honestly think the sandbox is as close to being balanced as it really ever has been. The only real outlier that I see on PC is Mountaintop. And I think you could probably swap Mountaintop for Bastion on console. And, obviously auto rifles are far too strong right now in comparison to everything else. So if you gave auto rifles a little nerf and buffed a couple of other things up to auto rifles level, specifically 600 RPMs, honestly, Trials could potentially be really good. We have a long summer ahead of us, no new content or no new season until November. Now, wouldn't it be perfect if Trials could just tide us over until that point? That would be, imagine if Trials was a success and they said, oh, no new season until November. At least PvP guys would be like, all right, cool, man, I'm just going to grind Trials. And, it's whatever. But now, as a PvP guy, I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do, man. Because some weekends I'll play Trials and some weekends I won't. Because in the day, it's just not that fun. Even in some of the gameplay you probably saw here in this video, we were just standing on the zone waiting for the flag. Really boring. Hiding with swords, you name it. That's just how the game plays. Now you can see here, this is the clip. Bang. The respawner, he's about to respawn. He's already done it. There you go. He hits me with a mountaintop. I popped a bubble so he couldn't cheese me. He now misses a mountaintop shot. I get the kill. He instantly respawns and melees me. Now, obviously, this is just pure desperation. But look at his account, 1059, and he has a flawless emblem or seal or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This isn't like a fresh account. This account has been played on, and he's just brazenly, infinitely respawning. He's that desperate to win. He even popped his storm. He got shut down. And it was at this point that I was like, yeah, I was talking to Zeke, like, yo, this guy's cheating, he's cheating, he's cheating. And, you know, we managed to take care of business, luckily. I managed to help someone go flawless. It feels good to help people get flawless, man. Even with crazy shit, absolute bollocks like this going on, we still managed to get the flawless. And you can bet your ass I teabagged that pussy 100%. Had to be done. Anyway, guys, Trials is a shit show. My involvement in Trials will be sporadic. One weekend I might play, one weekend I might not. That's basically it from me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.